Welcome back to Bookend Gaming.
Hello.
We're getting into the thick of it now.
There we are. I think this might be a feels episode. What do you think?
I don't know. I think this is the third episode of this session.
Yeah.
We're 2 episodes in. We're reaching my...
Your threshold?
Yeah. Well, my threshold. My threshold.
I can't go on anymore.
I feel like it's going to be feels that turn into that. That's my bet. That's what I'm hoping, so I'm right.
Yeah, well, of course it is.
I just want to be right.
I don't feel like it would be right now, but...
Yeah, well, you never know. Things happen.
I mean, if she says the word, it's the right time.
Right, yeah. What, are you going to say no?
We leave the school buildings behind us as we begin to follow the main path through the gardens. There may have been the odd bystander in the school buildings, but outside, we're practically alone.
What was your middle school like? You haven't talked in a while.
I liked it.
Like, why do you have to answer everything? She's answered like one question now.
It's
or has
true.
she answered anything?
Not
She talked
too
about the
much.
orphanage, yeah.
I grew up in a really metropolitan area, and who says that?
Nobody talks like that.
I grew up in the city,
Yeah.
and the middle school was nearby, so it was pretty crowded. I didn't mind it, probably because I'm used to being in crowds and around lots of other people. Exact opposite of you. I got good grades, and I played soccer with my friends. I was pretty much a jock.
Check out these muscles.
I spent a fair bit of time hanging out with them after school as well. Did get teased a bit over my hair, though.
Your hair? Yeah, it looks too much like an anime protagonist's hair.
Yeah. I grimace a little as I put a hand over my hair to cover it. I'd keep getting tufts and strands that refused to flatten or stay where I wanted them, and my mother wouldn't let me just get my hair shaved. It was so frustrating. About to open up the floodgates.
He just starts bawling. Can't believe you're asking me about my hair.
They called me alfalfa.
I conditioned it like 6 times.
It had a habit of popping out, no matter how much I tried to brush it down.
If only they made something that you could put on your head.
Whoops, I scrolled back a little bit.
It still does a little.
Oh, God! I put a hat on.
It's like Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to mention.
Yeah.
Every time someone mentions its hair.
Your hair's getting a little shaggy and it instantly has a hat on.
No, it's not. I was worried I'd get that reply.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
She's like, seriously, you're getting made fun of for your hair? Half my body is burned, Hisao.
Yeah.
You could have just bought some mousse.
Yeah.
I give a mild laugh and wave it off. It's fine. I know it still does. Totally not self-conscious.
Stifle back a tear.
It feels strange to have someone act so interested in my past. If it were anyone else, I'd think they were just acting polite. But that's something I really don't think Hanako would do.
She's rude.
Plus, you're like super interested in her past.
Right.
That's the whole reason you're doing this.
Yeah.
Or if she did, she'd do it so badly that it would be obvious. Where are we walking to?
I think you're at her dorm now.
Are we going to her room?
I think so.
Okay. There are a number of girls. Your dreams are coming true.
I know. I'm so getting excited over here.
I'm the one that likes her. And I'm like, I don't know if the timing's right.
You're much nicer than I am, though.
There are a number of girls in the common room on the ground floor, and Hanako presses herself to my side once more as we pass them. I expect her to break off, but instead she continues to cling on to me as we walk towards the stairway. I'm just going to start reading really slowly, so it takes a few more episodes.
Like 3 more episodes to get through like 4 things of text.
Let's see, let's talk about something else. Something about the way she's holding on to me feels different from the usual. I'm left deep in thought as we walk up the stairs and down the hallway. It's only when we stop that I look up and realize that I've been following her without question. Why did we come to your dormitory room?
I'm a Jesus. I'm a Jesus. I'm a genius.
I'm a Jesus.
Just one of them.
She looks straight at the door, without so much as a glance in my direction. Hanako? I'll kind of hate you if you're right. She moves to answer, but stops herself.
Like, I didn't know. I was just like... I was like, it has to, like, soon, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like, it didn't have to, but...
Instead, she silently breaks from my side, opens her door, and steps inside. I mean, they've barely even talked yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it took. Is all you had to do is just ask her what her life was like before.
Show interest.
Yeah.
I look up and down the hallway, a bit lost as to exactly what I should do. Shrugging, I decide to follow her since I don't have any reason to not.
Yeah. She's like standing there naked and she's like, oh, I didn't know you were following me. Yeah. I thought you would go home.
Hanako stands in the middle of her room and looks straight at me. It's unnerving when she does this, as it's such an unusual action for her. I open my mouth to speak, but she preempts me. Did she paint her room?
It does look different.
I think it's just a different time of day.
Yeah. Could you close and lock the door? I nailed it.
Hand reaches, for her chest, grabbing her blouse at her heart. I turn and lock the door shut, and then freeze. The atmosphere is beginning to feel quite strange. She's just going to stab you. This feeling is only
no one can know.
Made more profound when I hear the curtains being pulled behind me. Yeah, it's on. It's going to be night soon. We're a guy and a girl in a bedroom. She's closing the curtains, and I'm shutting and locking the door. And she's removing her pants.
I gotta go. I gotta call my mom.
She can't really have that in mind, can she? I gulp and turn around very, very slowly. Hanako is in the center of the room, but hasn't turned back to face me.
You told me about your past,
yes.
So I have to tell you mine. Damn it.
She takes a deep, shuddering breath and pauses for a number of seconds.
Oh.
Her hands move to her ribbon and begin to tug, all but confirming my thoughts. I was going to say she's going to show us her body.
Yeah.
As we showed.
Yeah. My story didn't have visual aids.
Hanako?
But please don't say anything.
I obediently stay hushed as she slips off her ribbon and continues to unbutton her blouse before working the clip on her bra. The process is slow. Perhaps it just feels slow because of what she's doing, or because time's standing still all of a sudden. And angels are singing.
Because I'm about to have a heart attack.
I'm not sure. Frozen to the spot, all I can do is watch as Hanako, hands trembling, unclips her skirt and lets it drop to the ground. Okay, well. Finally, she takes her blouse in her hands and draws it off, her bra falling from her shoulders. And so Hanako stands in the middle of the room, all but bared, save for her stockings and underwear.
Oh my god, move that cursor.
Sorry. Poking her in the eye.
Yeah. Like, when it first popped up, I was like, what's wrong with her face? Demon. This is me. All of me. Straight to the ass.
Well, this doesn't look too burned. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scarring on her back. Skin on her right side is of a similar texture to that of her face, but it's also stretched, taut, and covering a much larger area. The scarring is by far the worst on the shoulder, buttock, and thigh. Just as my heart attack redefined my life, this is the event that redefined Hanako's. If I'd seen this when I first met her, I'd have been shocked.
Well, yeah. Hey, a random naked girl. In the library.
Right. First time you see someone and she's naked, it's pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Not only at the sight, but also at the idea that something like this was survivable. But after having had time to get used to the idea, and after seeing the scars on her face, hands and collar, my reaction is more measured. My reaction right now is not due to her scarring, but to her body.
I am fully torqued. The fire happened when I was 8 years old. It was night, and we were sleeping when it started.
So it wasn't her birthday candles.
Nope.
Hanako's voice trembles, the shaking of her blouse giving away the fact that her hands are doing just the same.
I curled up into a ball when the fire swept over me. My mother tried to shield me. That's the only reason I lived.
Oh, God. Hanako's eyes begin to moisten, her voice cracking under the combined pressure of exposing herself to me like this and reliving those painful memories from so long ago. I want to say something, anything to make her feel better. I can't, though. I feel completely useless when faced with a situation like this. She's forcing herself to come so close, yet it's at times like this that I feel most distant to her.
I'm sorry for making you see this.
There is no point in denying the obvious. I think what I should say now, and what Hanako wants me to say now, is the truth. What I genuinely, honestly believe. It doesn't matter. You're a wonderful person, Hanako. Your body doesn't change that. She looks at me for a long time.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be turned on or sad or both.
That's the weirdest kind of turn
yeah. on. Crygasming over here.
She looks at me for a long time, her breathing uneven as she tries to remain steady amidst the emotions we're both feeling. It feels less like she's looking at me than she's looking through me. I slowly walk towards her and gently place my hands on her shoulders as she lets go of her blouse. She gasps a little, not in fright, but in... I swear. But
I'm going to convince myself.
Simple startlement. Being so close to her causes my mind to become a jumble of feelings. The scarring on her shoulder, plain to see. Yes, we get it.
Yeah.
Plain to see and leather-like to the touch, conflicts strangely with her otherwise soft skin and silky dark hair. Hanako is a girl.
What?
She cried a river and drowned the whole world. With all that entails, she's taller than usual for a woman. What a weird... Why?
Yeah, you just now realizing these things?
Hanako is a girl?
Oh my god!
I never knew until she took her blouse off. But still has curves in all the right places. The nape of her neck, just visible thanks to her hair, slung over her shoulder, is alluring.
I know that I'm not pretty like Lily. I just wanted you to see me. The real me.
Yeah, now you're going to feel guilty about all those times that you talked about Lily
right?
and other girls. I've already seen the real you, though. You don't need to take off your clothes for that.
Shut up! Hey!
Hey, she's naked. Her lips are open, just a little. She lets out a sharp breath as, without thinking, I breathlessly lean forward and press my lips to hers. Hey.
Oh my god.
I think it was exactly 3 episodes.
I mean, we're in the 3rd episode of this. So yeah, about 3, and it's like near the end, so yeah, about 3 episodes.
Yeah. The kiss only lasts for a fleeting moment before our faces part, our breathing quick and nervous. The feeling of Hanako's mouth lingers, and her eyes remain locked to mine. Trembling a little myself, I remove my tie and begin undoing the buttons of my shirt. She's like, whoa, hey, whoa.
It's not what this is.
Hanako remains standing where she is, looking at the ground in front of her, rather than watching me undress. I mean, that is a little presumptuous there, Hisao.
Right?
On the one hand, I'm thankful for that. I've always been somewhat self-conscious of my body, but my scarring has made that quite a lot worse.
Yeah, who would want to show someone their scars? Ugh.
On the other, though, this atmosphere feels very strange, so obviously taking off my shirt will help.
That's what I do. Whenever I feel uncomfortable, I just start to strip.
Tension in here is high, so my shirt falls to the floor in a heap, as untidy and crumpled as Hanako's blouse and skirt. Hanako's entire body visibly flinches at the sound of the
Well, that's
zipper
not a good sign.
on my trousers being pulled down. Yeah, I don't think that's what this was, Hisao.
If a girl flinches when you unzip your pants, you should probably just stop.
My trousers join my shirt on Hanako's floor next to the bed, as do my socks in short measure. I hesitate before taking off my boxers. Jesus Christ, Hisao.
Yeah, just let it naturally. Don't just fucking throw everything
Holy
off.
Shit. And end up leaving them on. They represent one last hurdle I don't think I can overcome quite yet. Sheer embarrassment stops me, all along with not wanting Hanako getting even more worked up. My unease about the situation has also left me needing my own stimulation.
So I just start jerking off.
Hanako, can I have a helping hand over here?
What are you doing?
That was weird.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she's naked, but I mean, she like also had like another. She was showing you her body.
Right, and it's one thing if it was like you kissed and then like started tearing clothes off and stuff, but like you stopped, stood there, and then took clothes off.
Yeah, and all of your clothes.
Yeah.
Like in the nude. Like she...
like just one piece at a time. All right, I am ready for the sex.
Like she like she still has her pants and kind of on.
Yeah, I mean it's stockings, but still. It's awkward. Just awkward.
Well, made worse by Hisao. Shocking.
Yeah. We're at time.
Okay, that's...
At least, yeah. So, next episode is going to start off with a bang.
Probably.
Literally.
Apparently. I don't know whether that's a good thing or not, though.
Yeah.